This is not okay. This is okay. Hey guys, Super Godzilla Final Wars here, and as you saw, then in the beginning of the video, the little intro, and of course, the title, this is going to be a video that I'm going to be finally explaining why I don't ship Godzilla and Mothra anymore. Now, back then I used to ship Godzilla and Mothra. Yes, I used to ship a giant radioactive dinosaur and a frickin' moth. Back then I was kind of a little young and stupid at the same time. So let me just go over why I don't ship Godzilla and Mothra anymore than what I used to. But first, let me explain on how this whole thing began. Now, originally, I had no intention on shipping Godzilla and Mothra. I just kind of was more like on the road of how can Godzilla get a queen? Or have a good mate. But it wasn't until I encountered a certain YouTube series called the Godzilla Tunes. If you haven't seen that series, go check it out. It is actually really good. Despite there being a Godzilla Mothra shipper, but that is completely it's kind of actually okay with me because, well, it's not my series for one, and for two, there are other people who think that this ship, Godzilla x Mothra, is kind of okay, so therefore, I have nothing against them. But I just think Godzilla's a little bit better off with his own kind. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. So, I started watching the Godzilla tunes, and I ended up shipping Godzilla and Mothra. And, of course, like I said before, back then I was so young and I had no idea who the frick Godzilla was. Or even if there's ever a thing called a female Godzilla. So, over time, I actually started to continue, loving the ship of Godzilla x Mothra. But, one day, I saw a certain video that Monster Island Buddies posted up on YouTube. And that was MIB Top 5 times Godzilla fell in love. And of course, Monster Island Buddies did not just mention one female Godzilla, but different female Godzillas. The first example is obviously Godzilla. When I saw this was back in 2019. So, when I saw Godzilla, I was like, wait, there's actually a female Godzilla? At first, I didn't know how to react. You could kind of say my reaction was very similar to well, if you see the show called My Pride, it's a fan-made lion show, and it was episode 9 called Fire. You could basically see Nothing's reaction to Fire saying hi to Feather. But you could say Nothing's reaction is basically what my reaction was when I saw Godzilla. I literally had no clue that there was actually a female Godzilla. And I was just speechless. I was just like, what? There's actually a female Godzilla. But then later, Monster Island Buddies mentioned another female Godzilla. And another Godzilla by the name of Bajira. She's basically in a Godzilla video game. But Bajira is another female Godzilla that I've never seen before. And honestly, I was kind of very shocked that there was not just one female Godzilla, but two female Godzillas. And finally, we have, of course, another fan series that's on YouTube, and it's basically, let me find the YouTuber. I know I subscribed to his channel. It is ASM, Godzilla vs. Kong, and of course, surprisingly, there appeared not just the real queen of the monsters, but there appeared a very, very good female Godzilla. And not just that, she looked completely different from Godzilla, which basically gives me the little theory that the female Godzillas look completely different from the males. Sort of similar how male lions look very different from female lions. Basically like how male lions look very different from the lionesses. Lionesses are not just, kind of smaller in size and a little faster, a bit more capable on hunting, but they just looked very completely different. So this kind of gives me like a little idea that female Godzillas just look completely different from the males. Possibly females were just not as aggressive, nor as violent as the males, but only they need to get violent when they need to be violent, or when they're just protecting their offspring. While male Godzillas, on the other hand, are just kind of a bit more aggressive, kaiju, and not just that, they are basically just aggressive, violent, and very territorial. So then I actually started to no longer support the ship of Godzilla x Mothra, but instead started to support the ship of Godzilla and female Godzilla, or Godzilla x Gojiren, or Godzilla x Bajira. So, you could kind of say I just give the Godzilla x Mothra ship the good old Godzilla B-slap Kong in the face style. No longer accepting the whole Godzilla and Mothra ship, and just, for now on, just supporting Godzilla being with his own kind. And plus, can I also point out something else? The fact that Mothra can reproduce by herself is one thing. The next thing is, of course, the fact that Mothra is basically a giant freaking moth. And Godzilla is basically a giant dinosaur. That's just wrong right there. That's like seeing something... That's like seeing like a freaking ant trying to basically be... Well... How should I put this? A girlfriend to a freaking bee? Or something else, like a snake dating a lizard. That's just kind of wrong. Like, they're both reptiles, but what I'm trying to point out is that Godzilla and Mothra is kind of a weird ship, and not just that. There's something else. The fact that of the child is another thing. What will the frickin' child even look like? Like, will it just look like a moth, or will it just look like a Godzilla? Or both? Because I have no freaking idea on what the child of a Godzilla and Mothra hybrid will look like. Literally, I have no freaking idea on what the hybrid between a Godzilla and a Mothra will look like. So, therefore, it's just kind of wrong and weird. So, therefore, I just kind of am just supporting the whole ship between Godzilla, like Gojiren, female Godzilla, and Bajiren. I actually kind of forgot to make a ship video about that, but I don't think Bajiren is not that popular in comparison to female Godzilla or frickin' Gojiren. But maybe I will make a ship video about that. So, yeah. Like I said, I don't support the Mothra and Godzilla ship anymore. I used to, but now I don't. So, if anyone out there watching this video, if you're a Godzilla and Mothra shipper, you may not find this video very fun to you, or not a video that you will be able to be comfortable in watching. Because I'm not a Godzilla Mothra shipper anymore. I used to, but I'm not. And of course, I also ship Godzilla with a human being and a dinosaur. But that's just out of the question. I'm talking about shipping Godzilla with his own freaking kind. For crying out loud here, people. So, yeah. That's more like a reason why I chose to stop shipping Godzilla and Mothra. So like I said before, you may not, for those of you who ship Godzilla and Mothra, you may not find this video to be your type of video to watch. Or, yeah. And I don't mind if most of my fans ship Godzilla and Mothra. I don't mind. As long as that has nothing to do with me trying, well, basically, as long as it has nothing to do with me, then I'm fine. I'm seeing my fans, or most of my fans becoming Godzilla and Mothra shippers. And I don't mind if any of my friends are Godzilla and Mothra shippers. But then again, I think a few of them started to understand why I stopped shipping Godzilla and Mothra, and now they're shipping Godzilla with his own kind. So yeah, that's the reason why I support Godzilla like Gojiren, female Godzilla, or Bajiren. Whichever female Godzilla you choose that is compatible to Godzilla, and why I stopped shipping Godzilla and Mothra itself. So, yeah. Hope you guys liked this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to have Godzilla with excellence. And may Godzilla with excellence. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.